Welcome back to Jesse López Vlog. I'm Jesse López, and in today's episode, we're talking about, does bringing lunch to work actually save money? It's something that I've been doing for a couple of years now. I love to meal prep. I prepare meals at home and I bring them to lunch. I work for the federal government. I get a 1 hour lunch, and I've noticed that ever since I started doing this, I'm healthier. I have more time to either catch up on my work or to develop, or I can socialize, or I can hit the gym and be healthier. So today's episode, the resource itself is coming from makingsenseofsense.com, article written by Michelle Schroeder Gardner, last updated on September 3rd, 2023. According to her statistics that she found, is that Americans on average spend around $3,000 a year or more on lunches. And I believe that to be true because, at least at my job, I know that I'm one of very few people that bring a lunch to work. The rest, not sure if they get a larger paycheck than me, but they enjoy going out. Either they go home, so they drive home. I work at a garrison, so a lot of these people live on post where they can drive home and eat their lunch either with their loved ones, or they take their dogs out for a walk and eat lunch, their leftovers, or they go out to the food court or to McDonald's off base to eat their lunch. And I know that lunch in the year 2025 is more expensive than ever before because of inflation. What I understand is that lunch, the last time I checked, is about $11 per person. So I found some statistics over here on this article titled Cost Savings of Bringing Lunch to Work. And according to USA Today, eating out for lunch on average, like I was saying, costs $11 per meal. Where depending on how you make your lunch, if you make it the healthy way, you can save way more than that. Some other findings are that nearly $3,000 is spent on each year on lunch alone. We talked about that. They say that men and students are groups that are most likely to eat more out for lunch. Students spend on average $27.50 per week. Men spend on average $25 per week, and women spend on average $15.50 per week. Surprisingly, it says here, according to the USDA, in 2014, Americans spent 5.5% of their disposable personal incomes on food at home and 4.3% on food away from home. That means a very similar amount of money each month is spent on groceries as with eating at restaurants. And that's an interesting finding because it means that if you're spending the same amount at lunch or after work to eat at restaurants, that's the same amount that you would be spending on groceries yourself. So another great point is socializing with coworkers. One reader responded to this question. It absolutely saves you money, but the last employer going to lunch with coworkers kept you part of the team and in a better position for job success. Those who didn't go were not kept in the upward track, so saving money by bringing lunch had a negative long-term impact on income. So basically, you socialize by going out with others, and those of you that bring a lunch to work would be missing out on socializing with your coworkers and possibly missing out on upward track positions and upward mobility and getting promoted. It continues saying that I've heard others say this as well. I hardly ever went out to eat with coworkers at any of the jobs I've ever held, and I still have long-lasting friendships. So I can say that this isn't true for everyone. there are other ways to form friendships, and you can still go out on occasion if you want to socialize with your coworkers at lunchtime. And I have seen this at where I work, is a lot of people, they do go out together, or they have somebody order lunch for everyone, and then they go pick it up, and then they come back and they all have lunch together. Another great point is talking about you can spend the time side hustling. I almost always brought my lunch to work when I had a day job so that I could spend the time side hustling at my desk instead. That was an extra 5 hours each week that I could focus on my side job and making extra money. That's very interesting. Sometimes I'll use my 1 hour lunch to go hit the gym, or the 1 hour to develop or catch up on work. Or every now and then I might make a YouTube Shorts video, because as those of you that know me, I only have time on the weekends. As a matter of fact, most of the time it's always on Sundays at the last minute. Those of you that are watching the video itself, this is a different location. I wasn't able to use the one in my studio upstairs because the sun is setting due to some other stuff that was going on with some celebrations. So I just took it downstairs where there's some more light. So I don't have that much time to get my side hustle on, so I do it at lunch. By bringing lunch to work, you're able to save a decent amount of time each day and each week. And this person didn't spend too much time at home making their lunch each day. They usually either prepped their lunch for the week ahead of time, took leftovers, or made something easy to bring to work each day. Going to lunch may not actually save you any time. I've heard people say, going out to eat saves me time because I don't have to make my food. And according to the article, I used to believe this as well. However, that's not always true. When going out to lunch, you spend time driving to the lunch spot, waiting for your food to be made, paying your bill, and driving back to work after lunch. This is all valuable time, and it's probably more time than it would take you to make your lunch for work. And, of course, you're spending gas, which adds up after time. You can save a lot of time making your lunch by taking leftovers from a previous dinner. To make this easier, maybe even want to make a little extra for dinner so that you know that you'll have enough for leftovers for lunch. And when you're cleaning up for dinner, pack up your leftovers up for lunch. You can also meal prep for the whole week by making a whole week's worth of lunches on Sunday, which is what I do, before your work week even starts. Another option is keeping it simple, like packing a sandwich and some fruit. So eat healthy. Last point here, you're spending money on gas going to and from the lunch spot, which I just mentioned. Another factor about spending money on lunch is that it costs money to drive to and from a restaurant, a deli, or wherever you're getting your lunch from. You may be someone that works within walking distance of a lunch spot or have a short drive around the corner, but many people drive 10 to 15 minutes away to get lunch. This can eat up a lot of time as well as fuel. So what do you guys think? Does bringing lunch to work save you money? I think it does. If you do it correctly, it can not only save you money, but it can be a healthier lifestyle. You can have more time on your lunch break to either relax, settle down, catch up on work. You can also do some exercise with the time that's left over. You can get ready so you're prepared for the afternoon hour back to work. You can go for a walk, and you can just, enjoy your time on your lunch versus it being you're not looking forward to your lunch because it's so stressful to go back in your car, go get the lunch, get in line, bring it back, or eat it really quick just in time so you're not late coming back from work. With that being said, that's my video for today. It's just short and sweet, talking about does bringing lunch to work actually save money. I think if you do it correctly, it would save you money. $3,000 a year on lunches is a lot of money. Times that by 10 years, that's $30,000 in 10 years worth of making lunches. 20 years for a lot of people, what they normally work before retiring, at a minimum, that would be $60,000 on lunches alone. Add that up. A lot of Americans, let's be honest, they're going to spend money buying lunch, and then at dinner, they're also going to spend money again going out. And then we're not even talking about the weekends. All that money adds up, all that money that you could be saving, putting into your savings, putting into retirement. I'm Jesse López, bringing you another episode. Hope you got some value out of it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos, and we'll see you in the next one.